This right here is a perfect example of the fact that you cannot heal in the same environment that makes you sick. Heartbroken, but feeling better at the same exact time. Because when you break up with a narcissist, when you cut ties with a narcissist, when you go no contact with a narcissist, you empower yourself to take your energy back, your strength back. You allow yourself to feel and to be out in the real world again. You don't feel tied down, and you can express yourself again. You feel there's a freedom there. And from the narcissist perspective, we hate no contact. I don't like when people discard me or don't reach out to me anymore. I can't talk to them. I'm wondering why I got discarded. Why am I not good enough? But this is a prime example right here of just somebody standing in their truth and taking their power back. You cannot start the healing process until you set yourself free. How do you heal with the same person that broke you, that hurt you? So Deanna Kelsey, stay strong, empower yourself, and enjoy the ride. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. We outside today. I am self-aware narcissist Lee Hammock, the diagnosed narcissist from TikTok and Instagram that uses his platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, and also in the process validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. This series right here is dedicated, taking my TikToks and YouTube shorts and making them longer. They're 60 seconds. This is going to be longer than 60 seconds. The one you just watched was about a woman saying that she was heartbroken for leaving a narcissistic toxic relationship, but she oddly feels better. And as you can see, the answer that I gave was the fact that you cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. A lot of people ask, how do you get over a narcissist? How do you get past the trauma bond and things like that? And the answer to that is going to be, of course, going no contact. But you have to be able to get away from that person. You just have to. If y'all catch me looking left, I'm out here at my son's baseball practice. So I'm just trying to watch him to keep him on track. I'm trying to stay out of his view at the same time so he can feel comfortable. Like I'm not watching him, but I am. I'm just like peeking. But yeah, you cannot heal in the same environment that got you sick. You cannot heal with being with the narcissist. You cannot heal being around that person. You cannot heal talking to that person. You cannot heal being around that person's family or their mutual friends and things like that. You have to literally get away from that person, because it's going to break your heart, it's going to hurt you and things like that, but eventually time is going to heal that wound. And that's why they say time heals all wounds, but that's not true. Time only heals all wounds if you allow it to. Because one time I did a video like this similar, that the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded, and if those people that lived in Chernobyl, that city or that town or whatever, if they stayed in that town, they would eventually get sick and poisoned from nuclear radiation and, pass away. Get sicker and sicker and sicker the longer they stayed there. The only way that they could heal from that nuclear radiation is to get away from the nuclear radiation, to get away from the blast zone, the fallout radius, and things like that. Because the further you get away from that radius, the further you get away from that toxic, literally that toxic environment, the further you get away, inevitably, the better you are going to feel. That's why I keep telling people over and over again. I keep harping on it. You cannot heal in the same place that made you sick. And literally, a lot of times when you're dealing with a narcissist, physical symptoms arise. The longer you're in that relationship, I put this a TikTok up, I'll put an Instagram video up, and I would just say, being with a narcissist can make you physically sick. And people are like, oh my God, yes, that's so true. When they are coming home from work, I would get hives, or I would get the feeling in the pit of my stomach. My energy would disappear. I started, literally feeling terrible, and I couldn't control myself. Bowel movements. Pooping on yourself, not pooping on yourself, but pooping in general, having to go to the bathroom, having to rush to the bathroom, and not feeling comfortable. Your energy goes away. Your whole vibe goes away, and that's why when you get away from a narcissist, after a little while, you start to feel better, just physically. You're like, dang, I feel good today. I have a little bit more energy today. Because, being in a narcissistic relationship stifles you. Because, I'm talking from a narcissist perspective. Like, narcissists we don't believe we are right all the time. But we don't want you to feel like you are right. We don't want you to know that we are wrong. So, even though we are wrong, we don't want you to be right. So we'll talk you down, talk you off the point, gaslight you, manipulate you, talk you in circles. And that stuff is fun to a narcissist. That stuff makes narcissists feel good to be able to do that. And, get you off a point, to lie to you, to manipulate you and stuff like that and get away from it. The bigger the lie, the bigger the deception, the bigger the deception, the better a narcissist feels about the situation. So, and if the more confused you are, the better the narcissist feels. So if you are constantly confused or feeling sick, mentally, physically sick, do you have to get away from that person? Everybody keep asking me, can I have a healthy relationship with a narcissist? Like, what's your definition of healthy? Because if a lack of communication is healthy to you, if a lack of love and affection is healthy to you, if a lack of opinions and voice is healthy to you, then by all means you can be in a relationship with an unaware narcissist. The only time I think that a relationship with a narcissist works is if they are in intensive psychotherapy, like myself. Like, I'm in intensive psychotherapy. You know, I go once a month. I could go more, but once a month I feel like is the good time for me. It's a healthy balance that allows me to kind of go through my, kind of like my monthly cycle, of being a high, and then I kind of go down. Therapy bounces me back up. High, down, therapy bounces me back up. And that's how it's been for me for, 4 years. Since, October 2017, almost 4 years. I know people get technical, like, Lee, you lied to us. You're not really in therapy for 4 years. You said October 2017, and it's September, so you're a liar. You're 1 month short, brother. You're lying. Of course, expect the narcissist to lie to us about how long he's been in therapy, blah, 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 blah. Of course. But you have to take your power back. And taking your power back is taking baby steps. You don't have to, I'm not telling you to, if you want to leave, I'm not telling you to just pack to leave immediately. Sometimes you can't leave immediately. Sometimes you have to make a plan to tolerate it, to be strong and safe. You have to protect yourself because some people are dangerous. Some of these narcissists are dangerous. Super dangerous, scary, like scary almost. Not scary, almost. Super scary. That's why you can't speak your heart and speak your feelings, because they'll yell at you, they'll rage at you, and they'll talk you off the point. You know what I mean? So you have to be strong when you're dealing with a narcissist. You just have to be. You have to be strong. You have to take your power back. And if you want to get out of the relationship, if you want to feel better about yourself, you have to start by getting out of the relationship and being okay. Because narcissists, we just move on quickly. You know what I mean? We already have in our brains, a lot of times we already have a backup plan in motion. Even though the narcissist might not be cheating on you, they have somebody in mind. Bugs out here, y'all. Narcissists have somebody. They already have somebody in mind. So when you break up with them, when you finally decide to take your power back and move on, they might move on very, very quickly and replace you and start treating the next person better. So you have to be okay with them treating somebody else better, because they're going to love bomb the other person just like they love bomb you in the relationship. We're going to give the next person everything that you wanted and needed, and we hope you are watching. So don't watch. You can't heal. You can't get over me by watching me on social media treat somebody else better, by talking to your friends and family about me, by talking to our mutual friends about how I'm spreading rumors about you, how you did me wrong and stuff like that. You can't heal. Like, how do you expect to heal like that? You can't. That's why you said you have to be strong. Like, people keep saying, I know it's a trauma bond, y'all. I know it's a trauma bond. But if you want to live a good existence, you need to break the trauma bond. You just have to. Because only so many people are going to accept the trauma bond over and over again. Because I know it takes an average of, I think somebody said it takes an average of 7 times before somebody truly leaves the abuser. And if y'all see, I have a degree in industrial engineering from North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, NCANT, Agri-Pride. So math is kind of my thing. Math is kind of my strong point. So to get an average, you can take 2 numbers and come up with a number. So it might take me 1 time to leave my abuser. It might take the next person 13 times. So 13 plus 1 is 14, divided by 2 is 7. So it might take me 1 time. It might take the next person 13 times. Do you want 1 time? You want 13 times? You want to go back and forth 13 times with somebody? How the hell you expect to feel good about that? How you expect to heal in that? You got to get away from that person sometimes. You got to take your strength back, be strong, and be powerful. Like, sometimes you got kids looking up to you. Sometimes you got people dependent on you. So stay strong, stay safe, and always remember, you cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. Mental illness I gotta be out of here. My son's practice about to end. I see him walking over to the dugout. So I'm truly thankful for y'all. Be blessed. Thank you.